Here's your confounded tall troll. Gotta pay the troll toll if you want this dark room. Gotta pay the troll toll to get in. If you want to be in this dark room, gotta pay the troll toll. If you want it, you can have it. But you gotta learn to reach out there and grab a drink. What are we doing? Got to play the banjo. Dude. Mythical photo, dude. Schwarzenegger playing a banjo. Mythical. Mythical, dude. And now for something completely photography related. Let's see. Oh shit, I forgot my snacks. Hang on. Fuck, we were about to start. My snacks. Meanwhile, when in Rome, take a sip, you know? Oh, goodness. Oh. Oh. Paul Stephen walks warily down the street with his brim pulled way down low. Shooter. Do 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 do. Okay, wait a second. Shit. Alright, dude, let's fucking come original, you know? It's what time it is. You ever cam origina? It's so it makes so much sense the more you think about it. Okay. I need a better place for my beverages. My, oh my, first world problems. Darkroom problems. There's darkroom problems. Some people, most people don't even have a darkroom. Should appreciate, you know? That's what I say. Okay, we got so much to do in such little time. April Fool's not even doing a stream tonight. Check you later. Bye. Psh. Not just kidding. I didn't realize it was April 1st. Whoops. Not till now. Nothing there now. Let's see. Okay. Yep. Yep. All right. Yeah, let's do this. All right. Hello, all. Welcome to the stream. I am Paul Mosley Hanton, the dude in the dark room, and it is Friday, April 1st, and I'm not even going to stream tonight. Y'all fell for it. Bye. Okay, no, that was the real April Fool, was that I wasn't going to stream. Fooled ya. Gotcha. I could see in the comments, so many people fell for it. Thank you. It's April 1st, Friday, April 1st, which means it's Photography Friday, and we're going to shoot some photography in Fallout 76. Hope everyone's having a good night. Hope you're ready to have some fun and relax a little bit. It's the end of the week, so I'm sure you worked hard, and I'm sure you deserve some time to relax and have fun, and that's what we're going to do right now. If you want to see some previous stuff that we've done on the stream, if you're unfamiliar and you want to acclimatize yourself to what we do here, check out YouTube. For most of the streams will end up on YouTube, as well as some cool videos that we're cooking up in the works. Cooking up in the works. And then for this game specifically, we have a pretty sweet website built out. ProSnapCameraClub.com. If you want to see some photos that we've taken on previous streams, some of the work we've created here, some photos we've accumulated here, most of them will end up on ProSnapCameraClub.com eventually. Most of what's up there, well, all of what's up there now is actually very old, and I just have been very lazy with my updating of that website in particular. But most of the photos will end up on there eventually, as well as our nice documented customization of the camera that we use in game. One of the coolest things that we like about shooting in this game is that the camera item that we use, well, first of all, there's a camera item that we can customize, swap lenses, there's film you have to load into it, there's quests to take photography, but the camera itself is based on this real-life camera model, the Argus C3, and this is an absolutely gorgeous camera. Just by looking at it, I know exactly why they chose it. Very aesthetically pleasing, beautiful-looking retro camera. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Redeemed. Thank you. Look at this horse. Remember that Nikon I was telling you about earlier? Well, look at this lens. Okay, the Nikkor designation, the F number. My brother's telling me that this might not be a Nikon. It isn't. It's an Argus. It may, in fact, be a rangefinder. The camera we use is based on this camera, and we're gonna do some cool stuff. We can customize in game. We can customize the camera skin to look however we want. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Redeem. Thank you, dude. Back-to-back horse redemptions. You don't see that on any stream. You know what I mean? Only here. But we can customize in game. We customize this camera, And so we are going to customize it in real life. It's a derby. Yeah. There's actually, if I'm being honest with you, there's a few things in my life that I use the term, the description of derby with. So I think that's fitting. Anyway, we're going to customize this camera in real life to look similar to at least my favorite skin of the game, which is this beautiful wood grain camera cover skin. And then we're going to rebrand it ProSnap. All that will be on ProSnapCameraClub.com eventually. I know, again, I've also been talking about that for probably getting close to a year now. I'm trying to build up some momentum, okay? If we're talking about inertial energy, we gotta have some mass before we build up that momentum to increase the energy. You know what I mean? And just really get in there, pandemic time. Yes, is a derby. Derby? There's in Fallout, there's a place called Dabney Homestead. So I got that going for me. Anyway, I have a specific photo mission that I want to get to in the game. What time is it in the game, by the way? Are we at night yet? Are we at night? I gotta check. Let's see if there's anything else to mention. Maybe we can just jump in here. It's 8 p.m. Oh, it's night. Maybe we'll just jump into that mission. Oh well, we're gonna have to do a camera review. No, you know what we'll do? We'll review this one photo that I'm talking about. I have a specific mission to get to, and then self-imposed mission, photography mission, and then we'll do a full camera review or a photo review of our previous captures, ProSnap cap from our previous stream. So yeah, sit back, relax. Hope everyone's having a good night. Like I said, you probably worked hard, so let's sit down right now. Sit down, kick back. Relax, and let's have some fun. But most of all, relax. I think, in my opinion, if I'm relaxing, I'm having fun. So I think they kind of go hand in hand. So I'll just say that. Relax, and think positive. Just like Caroline from Stardew Valley. Relax and think positive. And let's jump in. I feel like there's always something I'm forgetting. I said the date. It's April 1st. That's all I got. Yeah, follow the dude in the dark room. Here, let me move this up. It's supposed to be up here. This is supposed to be at the top of the screen to emphasize its importance. The importance on the stream. Okay. We got a team going. Bueno. We're all rested and tuned. Bueno. Do we have our headphones on IRL? No. Doofus. I'll doofus the stream, which is to be a doofus and do doofy things on the stream. It's to doofusize, verbatize this word. Okay, I got plenty of space. Ooh, actually I don't have that much space, and I don't think I've crafted enough MIRVs. Okay, first things first, craft into the MIRVs. My build is probably a little different than what we've been playing with for those that are the build type carrying people. I completely swapped my build on my main character. And while there are ways to swap your builds relatively quick, there's a bit of a gotcha to it, and I don't even really want to get into that. But bottom line is every time you swap your build, it kind of messes up your build, and they're still working out the kinks in this quick swap of builds that they added in one of the last patches. So I think my build is not quite where it is usually. My main build swapped up a little bit. I just bit the bullet and I went all intelligence on my main character. Intelligence augments your experience gain. I work for EXP, man. That's what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for the experience, dude. It's all about the journey, not the destination. And you know what the journey entails? A lot of experience. So intelligence gives you the most experience. I have read. I haven't done this research on my own, but as far as my research goes, it's about 2% increased experience per intelligence point. And I got my character above 60. It doesn't, you have a max amount of 15 in terms of your standard level of intelligence without any additional benefits that you can have. But on top of my armor build and my food buffs, my clothing buffs, my Under Armor buffs and such, team buffs, I can get my guy to level or to have at least 60 intelligence, and that's a shitload. You get a huge, obviously 60 intelligence, 100. It should be 120% additional experience added to your base level of experience gained. Pretty sweet. But in doing so, I kind of threw off all the other builds that I could swap to. So anyway, if I fuck shit up tonight, it's because my build might be a little quirky until I really get down the nuances of my new high int build for my main. Because it's in switching the builds where things get complicated. If I stuck with this explosives build, I'd be fine, but I'm not. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. I know what I'm missing. Okay, two things. First of all, let's hop back out. I'm sorry, people. Drink of the evening. We always have to have a drink of the evening. Tonight, I'm doing Tanqueray and gin. Tanqueray is gin. Tanqueray and I can't think of the word. Ginger ale. Thank you. I knew it was another G word. Tanqueray and ginger ale, which is gin and ginger. Easy to remember. Not for Paul. Gin and ginger. Very good. This is not. Everyone always says I have like a really good pour. So much of this is water and or ice. Basically, if you see a glass, there's at least 50% of it filled with water. If you see a giant thing, unless it's a beer and alcohol mix. In that case, it's usually a full beer plus like one serving of alcohol or whatever. But gin and ginger ale, very tasty. Out of my Nuka-Cola mug, I might point out. Oh, that ginger ale, so much sugar. And second point to make, the song of the night, which, I mean, does anybody ever listen to these? I just like throwing out a song of the night to get the vibe going. And in this case, we have a bit of a connection with what we'll talk about in a second. Let me grab that song to share with the peeps. But the song of the night, Will Smith. Okay. First thing that comes up on YouTube. Good for you, Will. You got even more attention for yourself. Good for you, pal. Oh my God, dude. This song is so good. Okay. Song of the night. It's Prince with Sheena Easton. And it's a song called You Got the Look. Let's make sure that link worked. Has anybody ever listened to these songs that I say are the songs of the night? It's okay if you don't. It doesn't really matter to me. But just so you understand the vibe, that the level I'm on, where I'm at for the evening, it's Prince, You Got the Look, Sheena Easton. I absolutely love that song. Very good song. And that music video I shared. Prince, they're interesting music video. Every one of his music videos, you can't argue that they're not eye-catching and interesting. The man had a very firm understanding of image. And we have a whole playlist of Paul songs. Oh, hell yeah. Well, let me know if I accidentally duplicate them. They definitely have very different vibes per the song, you know. So I don't know if they'd go well Well, I think they should all go okay together. There's a few. I mean, I might take a few out and mix a couple together that are specific, but whatever. Anyway, I'm glad you listened to them. Hopefully, they're bringing you great joy and pleasure every night. And other than that, though, that's the song for the night. Keep that in mind, though. You got the look. I'm gonna tie that in. Don't worry. Oh, don't worry. I have a tie-in. What did we switch? We swapped our perks. We're good. I was saying my perks do have a bit of a finicky issue with them, maybe. So keep that in mind. Again, I'm trying to build a full set of armor with intelligence on it, obviously. And unyielding already gives you 3 intelligence per piece. As long as you're at 20% health, which is where I keep it generally, not right now. Again, I'm not heightened right now. So I think I'm going to go with my sneakiness. My sneakiness switch up for my armor set. I think that's a smart thing to do. I'm not really worried about gaining experience while I'm streaming. And we're tuned and we're rested. Let's get our food buffs really quick. And then we're going to go straight to this location, 11 p.m. We got a couple hours of night still left in it. So we've got plenty of time. I want to accomplish this photo. We're going to photograph a beautiful little structure in a very specific way. I'm probably going to mess it up. We will see. We will see. See. We will see how we feel about it. I'm low on my foods. That's fine. Would you believe me if I told you I spent the couple hours previous to jumping on the stream buying wrapping paper? Would you believe that if I told you that I spent a few hours buying wrapping paper? Because that's what Bethesda makes us do in this game. Just to feel cool. You know? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a serum. I already have marsupial. But what that'll do is it should suppress. Wait, do you only get the suppression? Maybe I only get suppression maybe that was a glitch earlier. Whatever. No, suppresses negative. Yeah. Marsupial serum suppresses. I already had marsupial mutation, but if you take the serum again, you suppress your negative effects. It should make me a little bit more powerful. A little bit stronger, a little bit more resilient for at least an hour. And anyway, like I said, let's do a quick review. I'm just going to look at this first shot because I know I can review for an hour straight. So let's just do the shot that we're going to try to capture is this shot. Beautiful shot of little Slocum's Joe coffee donut shop. Prominent chain of donut coffee shops in the Fallout universe. I'd put it on. I'd make it akin to Dunkin' Donuts. You know, I'd say it's like a Dunkin' reference, but I could be wrong. I don't know what Bethesda. I don't know what happens in Maryland. You know, so I don't know what they were thinking. We got Dunkin' here. In fact, well, we had Yum Yum. We have Yum Yum here. We have Yum Yum donuts. But Dunkin' is more internationally chained. We're going to get this shot, except the car that's just to the right of the center line in the frame, that car will be able to explode. So we're going to blow that up and create a nice little beautiful explosive mushroom cloud. And we're going to compose it next to the structure, the Slocum Joe's structure. And it should come out pretty cool. And that's what we're going for. So let's go grab that shot really quick. That should be easy. I have 9 shots to get it, and it's a very specifically timed event, the explosion and getting the peak of the mushroom cloud. And hopefully the car doesn't explode. Which we have to be careful, dude, because I have an explosives build, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to sneak over there with my shish kebab in hand and try to take out all the enemies, which the enemies themselves might actually destroy. Everything, bottom line, everything might get fucked up just because of the random nature of what's going to happen. Your face is jamming, your body's hecka slamming. If life is good, let's get to ramming. Yeah. You can't outquote Sheena Aston. Or wait, did she say that? No, he says that. It's a back and forth. Yeah, it's like, who do you quote if the song is multi artist? Who are you quote? I mean, you know. Yep. Anyway, that song's freaking rad. Song of the night. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, this is nothing threatening. We have this is one of the funnier random encounters. So it's settlers versus possums. I'll let him chill, dude. There's a possum. So these guys, possums, they don't do anything to anybody.
What are you doing up this late? Go get some shut-eye.
What am I doing? I'm taking pictures. It looks like you're slaying possum. Looks like you're playing possum, sir. Is this a billboard? I've done this. Slocum woes. Yeah, I've done that, right?
Yeah. Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
Yes, sir. Okay. So we are in the location. Where's our moon, dude? Is that going down? Let's see if this is going down or up. That's going down, dude. Okay, so that might be perfect. I would love to wait for that to come into view. Because again, here's our shot. Here's our shot we really want. And I plotted this out. I planned it a little bit. So I don't know how much you want to give me credit for on this one. I want a little bit of that road on the right side of the frame. Slocum's clearly visible. Show player off. Depth of field off. If only we could do that. Just turn depth of field off for now, camera. Tch. Monkeys might fly out of my butt. Let's get a wider angle of view to get a little bit more of a background. And I'm not going to take the shot right now. Because again, we're going to wait for that moon to come up. It might not be able to get in the frame though. I was hoping, again, this is like about our frame. I'll probably tweak it a little bit. But if the moon was just popping out in the sky somewhere in there, in the top, that would be amazing. Amazing. So let's wait for that. The moon is coming down. I don't know. It looks like it's going to fall maybe a little bit close to that hillside. Which would be... That's just up here near Sutton. The mountains above Sutton. And what we're going to have to do, here's what we have to do. And then there's a bit of a timed element to this. So this truck will explode into a beautiful fiery mushroom cloud. Beautiful destruction, mass destruction. It's absolutely beautiful. So we need to initiate the explosive countdown, which does take a little bit of time. It's kind of like a fuse burning as we initiate that explosion. We'll initiate the fuse burning down, the countdown. We're going to have to run back, compose the image how we would like it, wait for the explosion, and then try to get a good shot at its peak explosive structure, which is not going to be easy. There's a bit of there's a couple seconds in there. I don't know. Here's what thing is, like, I'm worried that the moon is going to be very disappointing when it finally falls, because in my opinion here, looking at the direction it's heading, it's gonna be so low on the horizon, or at the point where it's low enough to get it in the frame, it's gonna either be behind the mountain or just at a very awkward place in the frame. It's not gonna be fully featured. So maybe let's, I'm watching it move. Maybe let's just get this shot done while we have a beautiful starry night. The clouds look great right now. We have a beautiful cloud structure. I would love a little bit of that Milky Way over there as well, but it looks like that actually is moving opposite in terms of the direction that the moon's moving, which sounds perfect, but I think it's going to take a little bit too much time. It's 2 a.m. By the time all that gets in place, it's going to be like 5 or 6, I want to say. So, let us our freedom, and let's just shoot. Actually, let's fuck around with the composition for a second. Let's fuck around. So we could get closer to the object itself and widen out if we would like to shrink the background more, but you know what? That overemphasizes the truck, this dilapidated truck, this defunct truck that's sitting in front of the Slocums, and we don't want that. We don't want to emphasize that truck. I like the element of the truck in there, but its level of importance is not so great as to make it the largest object in the frame. Let's raise up. Let's move back. Let's use a little bit of a longer lens to reduce the importance, the level of importance that truck has in the frame. It's a good standard rule. It's not like a hard rule or anything, but generally speaking, the largest object in the frame should have the most level of importance in terms of storytelling. Again, not a hard rule whatsoever, but that psychologically speaking, when a little human, when a little evolved monkey like myself is looking at this image, the largest thing in the frame is going to be the most important, as will be the brightest area of the frame. We humans, we love our bright, shiny objects. It's going to be one of the first spots your eye falls upon in a frame. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna go a bit of a longer lens. I was playing around. I knew I wasn't gonna want a wide lens on there. I knew it. I do wish they had some numeric values here in terms of the field of view and things like that, so you could at least judge. You could judge where you've set it. I would love to have that's the metrics that we could use here. My depth of field was at a strength of 5% above the bottom line of the strength of the depth of field. No, it's like, what the fuck is that? What kind of metric is that? Give me a metric. Numbers, just a 1 to 100. This could be a 1 to 100 scale, and then I could know I was at a 50% angle of view. I was at a 70% angle of view. Who the fuck knows? Okay, that moon's coming down. I'm also kind of hoping that moon just falls into place, but it might not. What time is it now? 3. I think I was pretty close to my estimate of about 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. for that to be in the right spot. And yeah, like I said, direction it's moving, it's going to be behind the mountain, I think. By the time it gets low enough to be in my frame. So let's just shoot this thing. Let's just shoot the sucker. And what we're going to do, like I said, we have to initiate the meltdown of this fusion-powered car, because that's what they are, fusion-powered cars. And then we're going to have to fall back, get in position, and get that photo ready. Okay. Initiated. Explosives have been initiated. Okay, let's go up. Depth of field off. I did want like a 0 tilt thing going on always. Character off. Depth of field off. Oh! That was okay. That was okay. Again, the moon. Let's actually sit here and wait. Let's see where the moon goes. Yeah, I mean, it really looks like it's going to fall far behind by the time it gets... Unless I wanted to have a tilted up type perspective. But I don't want to tilt it up. I don't want to tilt it up, dude. You think I want to converge those verticals? Got another thing coming, bro. I don't keystone nothing. I don't keystone nothing. Okay, you can quote me on that one. Anyway, I think we got... Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. You know what I didn't anticipate? I did not anticipate the shockwave associated with that explosion. You can see the lack of sharpness in every area surrounding the explosion. It's like there's a concussive effect that radiates out from where the explosion is centered, the epicenter of the explosion. Because you can see the sharpness fall off drastically as it moves away from where the explosive effect has taken place. That's a good thing to keep in mind, and that has to do with where my character is positioned in proximity to that explosion. So we have to keep that in mind, and I'm kind of... I'm not going to say that I'm angry. I'll say that I'm disappointed that nobody pointed that out to me, that might happen. I'm slightly disappointed. Here was the side effect of waiting for the moon to come down. Look at all that contrast we lost in the top portion of the frame, especially like along the mountain ridge line. Lots of lack of contrast because the moon, being the brightest object in the frame, adds a little bit of flare from the point of that bright light source in the frame. There's a bit of a flare effect, so it actually kind of boned us, because instead of getting a nice, beautiful, darkened sky that would emphasize the stars and those beautiful cloud structures, we actually boned ourselves. We actually made it worse by waiting for the moon to come down. So we're going to probably shoot this again. We'll try to shoot this again sometime and get it without, obviously a little bit earlier in the night, when we will not have... I also see that there's a little bit of a possum. There's a possum and a broken condenser unit flying off the wall. But what I'm seeing is the possum, which is perfectly centered. If you'll notice that highlight, that bright spot from the light pole on the far edge of the Slocum's Joe building, that small highlight, there's a possum, a dead possum flying, situated perfectly in the brightest point of that hotspot. I don't mind that. I don't think anybody else would notice. It's a creature that will not read well as a creature, because you can't see. I've said this so many times. You have to see. There's got to be a certain structural integrity with the body that's held to understand it as whatever creature it is. Wait, that's a perk. Wait, what's a perk? The possum perk? Is there a playing possum perk? An explosives perk? What perk? What are we talking? The possum? The possum's a perk. A perk of the photo, not the perk of the game. So anyway, this is gonna be the shot. Although, God, look at that! Look at that introduction of softness though between these two. It's crazy. I see that fall off, the focus fall off around that explosion. Either way, we got that shot. Okay. A little bit of a different view than I had in my pre-plotted composition, but not bad. The differences that I don't like, the tree that is situated just above the flame ball, the mushroom cloud, we gave that tree a little bit of a haircut. We cropped off a bit of the top of the tree, as well as the tree just to the left, the tallest tree on the left side of the frame, to the left of the explosion. Both of those got a little bit of a haircut. I did like how I composed it, where both the trees are fully contained within the edges of the frame. That's what I would prefer. Here, it totally lost that. We cropped them out. And we didn't do anything more to emphasize the structure itself, which is, if I was going to make a compromise, I wouldn't mind if the trees were cropped a little bit, but the structure took on a higher definition, if you will. Whereas it doesn't look like we really emphasize the structure anymore in this long. I think it's a little bit of a longer lens shot that we actually ended up capturing this picture with. Yeah, we fucked it up. We fucked that up for a couple reasons. Anyway, yeah, the reasons, okay. We wanted to be on a slightly wider focal length. We wanted to include a few of those landscape elements in the frame better than we did. We should have been a little bit further back as well, which it might be actually a challenge to do both of those things. Put our character further away from the location while at the same time being able to maintain that angle of view that we liked and that wide angle that we were shooting with. It's going to be hard to do that, to do both those things, because the closer, at a wider angle of view, we want to be closer to the subject, but that's going to increase the likelihood of that concussive effect from the explosion affecting the image. So, it's kind of a catch-22 there. Kind of a catch-22, but that's fine. And then the second thing, we want to be further. We want to do this earlier in the evening, while the moon is actually opposite the direction that we're looking, because we did learn here, obviously, while the moon is not in the frame, it's not a highlighted bright point in the frame. The flare effect that it will introduce even when close to the edge of the frame is too much for us to bear. I'm not going to bear it. I'm not going to bear it anymore. So let's shoot this again later. Later in the stream, but earlier in the evening in terms of the day and night cycle. That being said, I mean, we got it. You know, we got the shot we wanted, essentially. I want to say there was probably a point between these two shots, like maybe midway between both these shots, that would have been even better after that concussion effect was gone, while there was still a bit of a fireball. That would have probably been... so I would have split the difference in terms of the timing of the capture. But anyway, second shot's crap. Let's save the fireball. Let's keep our reference shot so that we can come back and do a back and forth between those two later. I did grab... Now let's get into our image review from previous stream, plus stuff that I've taken between streaming, because I take a lot of shots. I don't save very many of them, and I do end up shooting... I shoot more video clips off the stream than I do still photos. Just an interesting thing to note. But this location, I did come across a very rare Very rare Mothman sighting. This is a spot that I see this Mothman at pretty rarely, and it is a true Mothman. True Mothman being no affix to the name. Straight Mothman. This is the Mothman in an unmarked location, just one of these unmarked Mothman cultist locations. I stumble upon these every so often, and when I do, I'm going to take some pictures. My brother was there. My bro John was here. If you're still here, John, you saw me come across this guy. In fact, I think I have. Let's share this to Twitter. No, I wanted to share. No. Okay, here it is. Okay. This is me trying to get a shot of this Mothman, dude. Gone. Immediately gone. I don't know if there's a I strive for sneakiness in my build. Especially here. I know I said I had a high INT build, which does sacrifice a little bit of my agility, which sacrifices a little bit of my sneakiness. Different build, though. This is my high sneakiness build. Although, you know what I don't have here? I don't have my fixer equipped. And if you equip a fixer, the fixer rifle does augment your sneakiness. I'm probably not as sneaky as I could be here. Either way, I don't think it matters. I think these guys are hyper aware. Mothman cometh. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Either way, I think these enemies have an affix or a prefix known as piercing gaze, which means they see you no matter what. You can be as sneaky as you want. If you are there, they know that you're there. This is an affix that they added. Although, you know what? I feel like there are enemies that have had this affix for a long time. They just added it in a wider range of situations. The Mothman should have originally been one of the first creatures. I didn't even know these existed. Probably because every time I got close to one, like this, it just would flee like the bassist. Get out of here and flee like the bassist would. Oh, gone, dude. Thing was gone. See, like, all these other guys, they don't know that I'm there. They don't know that I'm there. Until I shoot them in the face. That Mothman, dude, escaped very fast. Anyway, we got a couple shots. These are the shots from that little shoot. There's the Mothman fleeing like the bassist. It's kind of cool. It's actually a really cool image. It's like it like dissolves itself as it jumps, but it still has a little bit of this like translucent form to it. It's pretty cool. I do like the way that the stop animation of that character fleeing is pretty cool. And if we took the video clip, chopped it up, we could get a good frame by frame 60 FIPS, of course, interaction with that, which maybe we'll do. Maybe that, I mean, that's why I shoot the video clips, because it's like, I want to see how that's going to work. Absolutely beautiful. Other than that, the shot's crap. Other than the rarity of this event, crap shot. Total crap shot. Crap. These ones are okay. I do wish there was, again, here we have a good situation where the flare from the moon being the brightest object in the frame is kind of overwhelming the contrast overall. So it ends up muddying the entirety of the frame, right? Piercing gaze. No. No. Gaze. Okay. Okay. What are they doing a lot of? Claire's. Wait. What are they doing a lot of at Claire's in West Hollywood? Piercing gaze. Yes, good joke. Inappropriate, but you know, it's funny. I'm open to humor and comedy. But no, that was not. That is literally. Let's see if they see here. Like, let me show you, just so you know that I'm not I'm just like making this up. Notice on this daily ops menu here, daily ops, just so that, because I'd like to, you know, I didn't make that word up or make that definition up. Daily ops uplink, and then you head down. Intel, great. Enemy mutations. Go to the enemy mutations, just below the center line of the frame. The mutations they have are active camouflage and piercing gaze. Greatly enhanced perception. It means that they know that you're there no matter what. Okay, just to be clear. I think I said things. I didn't say nothing. Oh shit, there's the sun, dude. Might as well be walking on the sun, bro. Let's move forward. Let's progress. We're at sunrise. Let's go. You know what? We don't like this time of day, and we don't like the ash heap region. So let's just go there and shoot some photos. Try to get some cool stuff while we have nothing else better to shoot. You know what I mean? Like, there's no... Maybe I'll go to some other places, but while the light's bad, let's go somewhere. We don't usually go to this spot. The Sludge Works. Oh wait, we didn't do a review. I'm remembering that because I'm looking at this shot, which is a very good shot, and I'd like to review all those shots. Okay, that's fine. We'll let the Sludge Works do its thing. Ooh, I see a lot of blight to collect. I'm a man who loves his crit hit damage, so blight soup. 50% crit hit damage. Ooh. Sign me up. Let's do a quick review. We got the time. We accomplished our mission, the shot that we set up for ourselves later. Okay, where'd we stop last time? This is all old stuff. I love the abandoned hope shots. We will go back to this location. Maybe we'll head here around... No, you know what? We're never there at night. Let's go there. We have all these abandoned hope shots at sunset-ish or sunrise, but we don't have any good ones at night. Let's maybe make that a mission this evening, if you will. Mothman. These are very rare shots. If anybody else, because this should not be this image. These ones, all of these should not be. These should... Oh, this one, that one's fine. Because that's a vengeful Mothman. This is red eyes. Red eyes mean a regular Mothman, dude. And as we have just described, these Mothmen will not hang out. If you get anywhere near them, they will not hang out. I was very lucky and fortunate to stumble upon a bugged out or glitched out, I think bugged out's a more fitting term, version of these Mothmen in these locations, because I got full access to shooting them without them fleeing, which is unheard of. They will not do this. I think I did this one on the stream. This one at, I believe this is Blake's. It's either, is this Blake's Offering or Moth Home? It's either Blake's Offering or Moth Home. Both of these, or this one I did off stream. And you will not, if you get anywhere near this Mothman, it's gone. And I got very lucky. The Mothman stuck around permanently. I even tried to shoot it. After shooting, I shot for like 30 to 45 minutes at this location because of the rarity. And then I was like, okay, why isn't the Mothman leaving? And then I tried to shoot it, and it didn't do it. It just sat there. So it was a bug. It was a bug. I'm not gonna sit here and try to claim that I just have these skills that I do not have, because this was not a skill-based capture. I mean, other than the composition and whatever. Like, yeah, I composed this shot, but it would not have been. That's why I was about to say, if you have a shot of a Mothman from this location, let me know, because this is the one and only time I've ever seen it here. The one and only time. I've played this game, and I don't go back to this location every day, so there's a bit of a stigma to what I'm saying, but I've played this game for over 6,000 hours, and I've only seen the Mothman at this location once. That's fucking insane, dude. And again, probably because it was there when I showed up, but it will flee before I have a chance to clock it. Same shot here, same exact location, different view. This is why I have these on my... I'm going to have these on my permanent roll, dude. These are not leaving. Pretty much all these other ones, even the moon shots, which are very rare, arguably more rare, I don't care. The moon shots, those could be... I can get those again. I do not know if I will ever, because they could patch out the bug that makes the Mothman stick there. So these are probably going to stay on my permanent camera roll, because otherwise there's no way to really prove that I took this photo. If I save it to my external recorder and share this, anybody can take this photo and then say, no, I took that photo. I mean, yeah, I can put some watermarks on it and whatever, but if it's on my PlayStation, on my camera roll in the game, no argument I took that photo. There's no way to put a camera or put an image on my camera roll other than having taken it in game. So suck on that. Here's something I wish with this one is that dude, we can make them NFTs. I think I asked about NFTs. Okay. I'm not gonna get... Somebody asked me about NFTs the other day, and I was like, I don't think anybody gives a shit about anything I do, whether if it's an NFT or not. Let me get some people interested. Let me get some people interested in what I'm doing. Then maybe we'll talk about the idea of doing NFTs. Oh, it's not legal? Yeah, because I didn't design any of this. I didn't design any of the imagery here, essentially. Rad but theory, yeah, bullshit practice, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. I'm not even going to think about it. Until my friends, because my friends are the people whose opinion I care about the most. Until you guys all say you should be doing to get on doing NFTs. Do NFTs right now. Until you all say that to me, I'm not going to worry about any of that kind of stuff. I'm going to make my photos. I'm going to take my photos. I'm going to go on my adventures. I'm going to have fun doing it. And that's all I'm really worrying about. Illegal, inherently lots of using them to scam. Right, yeah, I've read about some... believe me, all my photo websites are, there's a lot of NFT talk across the board. And none of it sounds great, other than rich people who are selling things and getting more rich. That seems to be the status quo. Wow, this person that's very rich and famous made something, and then somebody who's wanted it bought it and gave more money to the rich and famous person. Wow. Thank you for doing that. Well, money well spent, Yeah. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm gonna go and take my photos and have fun. That's my number one. Either way, this shot, something I wanted to mention. I don't know if I said this before, but the fold of the wings on the Mothman, had I lowered my camera position a little bit, that roll of the Mothman's wing would have just folded perfectly into the horizon line. And I'm kind of bummed I didn't do that. I noticed it after the fact. It's off just enough to be distracting if you know if you look for that element. And I wish I would have, again, the line from the horizon, I wish that fed into the wing line and then that led you into the Mothman itself. Kind of bummed I didn't notice that, but maybe we'll get another chance. Maybe we'll get another chance to get that same type of image, and then we'll make that correction. 99% of the time, some new people are actually including IP license their NFT, but it's super rare. Doesn't overcome all the issues. Yeah, I know. Again, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna be me, and then maybe someday we'll find value in what I do. That's my concept. Currently, I am worth very little. I don't care. My value is my friends, and I have the best friends in the world, so I also count myself to be the richest person in the world. You'll notice my hand. Here's my hand. Here's the level of value, and then like my friends are like, whoa. It's like, whoa, Paul's value is like way up here, because I got the best friends. I cultivate friendships. I cultivate relationships. I love people. I love the joy that you all bring me in doing what we do together. Exemplar gratis, shooting on this stream here. Pretty fucking rad. Yeah, thank you, Gary. Thank you. Redemption. Thank you. Yeah. That's I don't care about money. I don't. I really don't. I should be a great example of a person who can be happy and not have money, because I've been poor my whole life and I don't care. I enjoy my life. I love the people I spend my time with. And that's all that really matters. That's all that really matters, you know? Okay, cheers. Okay. Woo! Gin and ginger ale. Bueno. Anyway, let's get to this dude. I'm kind of killing time. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of killing time until our night cycle, which is why I don't mind going off on a tangent and or ranting about life-specific things. Anyway, all these shots are good. What do we want to delete? This abandoned hope shot, not the best. Let's just get rid of this right now. I do like it. It's just, it doesn't have that, like this one has a good vibe to it. This one has a great vibe. This one, it just seems a little bit barren, a little bit boring, simple and boring. Delete that. Whereas this one, again, a lot of interesting elements to it. The color especially, we do not get this color regularly because we happen to be within a radiation storm, which will add a beautiful differential to the atmosphere. And we got pretty close to the shot we were going for here. But that being said, the composition is strained, very strained. I was really hoping to tilt down a little bit, include a little bit more of that abandoned hope totem, let the body fall into the frame a little bit more. And we happened to capture it, if I remember correctly. This was like, oh shit, there's the body, and we took a picture really quick. So it came out okay. I don't mind this one that much. It's just not the best. It's not the best. Same with this one. Pretty boring. That pose is kind of meh. It's a decent pose, I guess. It's all pretty standard. We did go on an actual photo quest in-game photo quest to shoot a photo of this is I should remember, the leader of the Raiders in Fallout 76 is I can't remember this character's name. Meg. It's Meg, right? I'm pretty sure it's Meg. Anyway, we did this portrait. It's okay. We can come back. There's nothing special about this shot. This character stays in the same position essentially the entirety of their existence. The location itself maintains its atmosphere and lighting throughout the day. Nothing changes about it. We can come back and get this shot whenever we want. I will, however, point out that it does feel like I am being interrogated in this shot, perhaps. It's a bit of an evil grin that Meg has. And then, obviously, those mounted creatures, those mounted monsters on the wall, being a honey beast on the left, Wendigo in the center, and a Snallygaster on the right. Those are all imposing characters, and it looks like she's kind of like smirking at me in an evil way, downturned eyebrows and all with a smile, evil smirk. And then that light, it's probably all about that bright light that's kind of like shining right at me. Makes it feel like I'm being interrogated. That's kind of the vibe I got from it. That's not what we were going for, but that was the takeaway. And it's not a good shot. I mean, it's okay. It's an okay shot, but it's nothing special. Delete that. We got this church spire bell tower with the body in flight. It's okay. We do love this location. I'm going to come here very often. It's Kanawha Cemetery. Plenty of fodder to fly in the air. Nothing really that great about this shot, though. Let's just delete it. Now, this is special. This is very special. That's a fully silhouetted body against the moon. That is our key composition that we are going for. Any fully silhouetted body against a celestial body is perfect. In this case, it's a satellite that the body is silhouetted against. In this case, it's the moon. The satellite is the moon. And we want those shots. We have not gotten very many. This is very disappointing that the trees happen to be these low resolution, unresolved trees. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. To tie into the song of the night, this shot does not have the look, but it does have a silhouetted body against the moon, and that's rare enough to make it a keeper by itself. So we will keep that, but it doesn't quite have the look. This shot's okay. It's pretty rare that we get these close-up wide shots. This is a relatively wide angle of view, and the body is relatively close to our position. Those are kind of rare. I think I would have liked this more, I want to say, without the trees biting into the left and right side of the frame, although they really don't bother me because both sides feel at least relatively well balanced. What really bothers me is in the bottom right corner, that little piece of the telephone pole. Completely unnecessary. We do not need that in there. It does not read very well as a telephone pole. It just looks like an obtrusive object that we don't want. Also, the body's pose isn't that great. This could have been really cool, though. I like the divide between... There's like a hard cut from where the clouds end. Kind of a perpendicular cut from the top left corner of the frame, almost to the bottom right corner of the frame, That's cool compared to the far right side of the frame, which is all stars and no sky or no clouds. That would have been really cool if the body was composed and silhouetted against the portion of the frame that didn't have clouds. Would have been very well balanced, but as it stands, I'm gonna delete it. I'm not happy about it. Now this shot, okay. Let me just shift my camera for a second. This shot, again, to tie into our theme song, this shot has the look. This shot has the look. The body is fairly well legible. Not perfect. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but it's very well legible. All four limbs. It's in a pose that is understandable to the human consciousness. The moon looks gorgeous. The stars look gorgeous. The clouds look gorgeous. And despite the shit talk and the shade that we throw at tree branches in this game, here we have a very well resolved, highly detailed structure to those tree branches, and it looks gorgeous. It fits perfectly. And here's what I love about it. Here's a very good thing that I love about it. Basically, from the midpoint to the right side of the frame, covered in cloud, and there's like a bit of a fall off in the contrast as we lead up to that bright highlight in the sky, which is our satellite moon. That's a perfect divide from the left side of the frame, which has less cloud cover, and the portions of the frame that are broken up with the clouds missing, those seem to be filled in by the branch structure itself. Perfect. Balances out perfectly, in my opinion. And then you have the body, which, truth be told, I wish it was maybe a little bit higher up in the frame. Maybe a little bit. But I like that it's contrasted well against a firm puff of cloud. That makes it stand out quite a bit more. Absolutely love that. I probably could have tilted down maybe slightly, maybe a little slight tilt down as that bottom branch is fully consumed by the bottom portion of the frame, and we do not have any full bleed of the branches into the top portion of the frame, which might be considered unbalanced. Or you could say it adds breathing room to allow more space for the sky. I don't know, as we look up. It's submitted for your approval. But this shot has the look. It has an ethereal, majestic, dreamlike aesthetic to it. Absolutely love it. That's what we're going for. It has the look. Probably going to keep this one forever. Again, the pose on the body, not 100% perfect, but pretty good and fairly unique in terms of the kind of the poses. I don't know. I don't know. They all end up taking kind of similar poses at a certain point. We've definitely had like the same, almost exact same pose going on in a few of these shots. But every single one of them so gorgeous. Our keepers, dude. Our keepers. So that's definitely, by the way, that's definitely a keeper. We'll keep that one. We did have a two for one deal. Buy one, get one. Surrounding the moon. And this shot is pretty cool. Maybe I'll keep it for now. How much room do we have in our roll? 13 or 15 shots, rather. This is on the chopping block. I'll keep it for now. And then these ones, like, as rare as these Mothman sightings are, they're just not that great. See, here I tried to compose it with that moon as our area of the sky that's holding some kind of interest. But you can't tell what the fuck is happening on that Mothman perch. If you don't know that that's a Mothman, you have no fucking idea what that is, right? That's terrible. I don't think it's good to have an image be context sensitive. I don't think that's a good thing. I think the story that you're trying to tell in an image should be explained within the image itself. Ideally, I'm not saying that images that need a caption are better or worse. I don't think I would say that, because there are some type of images that you will never be able to fully understand without a caption. But I strive, especially when we're shooting in game, I want to strive for a storyline in the image that's self-explanatory. I don't want to have to describe it. So here, if you have read a caption, Mothman kneel before the rare Mothman cultists kneel before the rare Mothman that has presented itself before them as the moon shines above. Like, that would be cool. But you can't tell is that the dark thing on the right side of the frame? What the fuck is that? What are those things? Like, no one knows. You can't see or read this at all outside. I would love all these images to be legible outside of Fallout 76 itself, or Fallout itself. That's the purpose. That's the point. That's my mission. And in these cases, I don't think we do a good job. If the Mothman here had its wings spread and we could see its face and we could see both of its eyes, which is indicative of a creature of some kind, when you can see two eyes, it would be great. But we didn't get that. Maybe in one of the still frames, as we walked up to it, we would have that view. And maybe if I was quick enough on my shutter button, maybe we would have had that view. But we failed. So let's just delete these. I think I've had a very similar shot like this before anyway. So that's fine. And this twofer, I think this twofer's not that great either. Let's just get rid of the twofer. We got our Slocum's Joe shot with the explosion in there. We'll delete the landscape shot itself. We'll keep the explosion. And then we got 19 shots on the roll. That's plenty. Oh, radiation rumble. Wait. We had 2. Fuck, I'm so tempted to do radiation rumble, but I know I don't want to do it. Wait, whoa. That tree is rare as that Mothman. That's true. In that one spot, how often would a tree grow there? You know, not very often. So it's very rare, as there's only one tree that's ever grown in that spot. So you're correct. You are correct. 6 p.m. Yeah, I'm not gonna do radiation rumble right now, as much as I want to, because there's so many legendaries. There'd be so many legendaries. I also completely talked through the entirety of like all of my buffs, so it's like, why do I even do those? I don't know, but I'm a stickler. Let's re-food buff. We don't need brain bombs, and we don't need sweet roll. Other than that, though, let's grab our food buff so that we're all topped up. I want to top up on my food buff. Imho. Ooh, last melon blossom chai. Make it count, Paul. Gotta do it for love. You gotta do it for love, Paul. Do it for love. What else do we need? That's about it. Yeah, let's fly some guys here. The sun's going down. Maybe we'll get a good sunset shot. Maybe not. I do like this windmill. Give me a wind generator that looks more like that. We have windmills that are similar that we can build, but they're not the best. Imho. 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 The fuck? What you shooting at there? Who knows? Oh, my perception is so awesome. Wait, aim at the leg. Come on, give me, why can't I see the guy's leg? Whatever. Oh, that guy's underneath something. Not going anywhere. Wait, let's get a quick swap. Ah! I launched a life preserver directly at me. That's cute. Let's get our camera. I think we've been sticking with our medium focal length lenses. Heyo. Going towards the sunset? Not really. Nothing over here. Nothing over here. Heyo. There's that windmill we were talking about. Windmill. Got one shot. One shot of the windmill in there. Look at this guy. Look at this asshole. Millington. The one element of this area that we enjoy. We're going to utilize in our composition. Whether you like it or not. I'm not crying because I took a photo. Okay? There's usually a shitload of guys here. Maybe whatever they were fighting, maybe that picked a few of them off. Hello. Goodbye. I can't hit this sucker, dude. Ah! Oh, is that because... That's right. That's fine. That's part of another quest that we did not do. Well, these people they set off their alarm. They get all up in arms. Oh my! Oh. So there's some flying over, and immediately like, yeah, it's gone. That's okay. So we'll go back to our standard operating procedure here. Oh, shit! Whoa!
How did I get to this point?
Jumped inside some sort of a keg. You wouldn't want to drop yourself inside of a keg. It's not a keg in any way. It's more of a stack. More of a smokestack. Keg or stack? You decide. What am I in? What am I in today? How about an ice cold Vim? The Fallout 4 reference. Fallout 4. Far Harbor reference. That's that's okay. I'm not crying because I took an okay photograph. I'm not crying because there's a swimming pole a swimming indicator that I can swim here. You know what that probably means? I can almost guarantee you there's a safe under the water. Let's go find out, actually. We'll find out in a second. So you take this guy. Take your ash rose. Okay. Here's what we got. Is we got a banjo and we got an NPC. It's elementary school math. Banjo plus NPC. Well, go ahead, and it means it's NPC in flight with banjo. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do it, though?
Still alive.
Let's find our perspective that we want. Let's find our perspective that we want, which would probably be here. Like this, I guess, banjo with the body like that. So let's launch. I think we launch from here, maintain the perspective, and then hopefully it'll, I mean, I obviously launch straight up and then fall straight back down. I don't think that's how it's gonna work, but let's go for it. Okay, not quite, not quite. Where's the banjo? It's not there because we shot the guy that was holding it. There should be a banjo in this chair. See, watch, let me show you what it should look like. Let me show you. The banjo disappeared though because I take it I blasted him while he was playing the banjo. Hit it. Shred it, dude. I have an all guitar playing character. His name is Shredder. It's my Shredder build. No, he does not kill anybody. He shreds upon the guitar. Well tuned. Thank you. I'll take some tune-ups. Tune-ups. They call me Paul Steven Tune-ups. Tune-ups per string. Tune-ups. Okay. So there, the banjo, once you've played it, it should be situated against the chair like that. But because I blasted the guy. Whoops. Blast masters. I'm a bit of a blast master. Okay, it's 9:25. Let's go to Kanawha. Although let's first do a review because I'm sure all of those are trash. Yeah, cabbage. Windmill cabbage. I guess that shot's okay. I'll keep it for now, only because we're just fucking everything up tonight, I guess. Apparently, I'm fucking everything up tonight. Because apparently, I can't shoot for shit. And apparently, go to Kanawha and while I take another sip of my gin and ginger. Ginger gin. Ginger gin. Holla. Oh my god, it's verdant season in the forest. Oh, you probably didn't see that because it was underneath my thing. Verdant season in the forest. If I wasn't on a stream, here's what I would do. I would go straight to Hill Fork Hot Dogs and do my sugar run. My sugar run consists of walking along the edge of the, this is the Kanawha, wait, is this the Kanawha River? I should know all this shit. It's gotta be Kanawha, dude. Kanawha Cemetery, right? Kanawha. I run all along the river and then all along this ravine, which I don't know what that, I should know what that's called. All these have names. This is all real places. And I'd gather sugar because I'd get double sugar harvest. Or at least like a percentage chance at a double harvest. which I would double up with my green thumb perk, which I do not have equipped. I don't need it equipped because I'm not supposed to be harvesting. I'm supposed to be streaming. So don't worry about the sugar, Paul. Here's what I will do is sneak up and see if we get a Mothman sighting.
He's our shepherd.
Not
guiding
seeing
us
it.
through the darkness to his divine light.
Oh, I love, look at the moon though right now, dude. Look at those clouds. Look at that moon. I'm feeling a moonshot, dude. I'm feeling a moonshot. Oh my god, dude. Come on. Get up there, pal. Damn. His trajectory was good. 'Twas his level of thrust that was not enough. Look at these three. Look at these three assholes, dude. Triple shot, dude. Triple fucking shot. One of you will go towards... Oh, there we go. That wasn't bad, and I'm glad I'm in danger, but I didn't get shot. That's miraculous, to be honest with you. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Go into caution, dude. Go into caution. Thank you. Back up. Back the fuck up. Fuck, where'd he go? Oh, he was going. I could have got that. I lost where he went. That could have been great. Here we go. We're doing it again, though. We're gonna get one of these, dude. Stop it. That could be an okay shot. Extreme, a little bit of an extreme composition. Dude, what am I doing? Psychotat? Wait, no, not Psychotats. I want Calmex. And let's go invisible, dude. Let's go invisible for a minute or two. Fuck these assholes. Sending them right to the moon. Okay, this guy's going to the moon. Calling it. Going to the moon, bro. I can do this. 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 No! Ah! I think I got a falling leaf in the frame, though. Maybe that'll be unique. Damn, dude. There's so many of those guys felt so close. Let's see if we have our congregation inside the church. Pull them out. Nobody congregating? You sons of guns. You sons of guns. We got this guy at the top, though. Maybe we can get him launched out. As there is no Mothman. Well, let me take your fire cap really quick and we'll talk. Okay, walk out to the edge of your beam. Launch up, and then let me get the good moonshot with a bit of the spire in there. That's what we're going to go for. I'll wait, dude. I will wait. This tree made a creaking noise that kind of unsettling. Anyway, let's go ahead and we're going to launch this fucker. Come on, buddy. Oh, here he goes. Take a sip. Okay. Go towards the fucking moon, bro. Give me some percentage. There we go. Ah! I can catch him. I can catch him. Run down here. You can do this, Paul. Ah! Oh, he's way too far off. Oh. Might not be a bad shot, though. Let's keep it moving, dude. I'm feeling those moonies. I'm feeling those moons over my hammy. And I'm liking it. You know what, dude? Okay, yeah, we said we were gonna do Point Pleasant at peak moonshine. Let's do it. Judging by the comments, everyone's having a great time. Thank you. What a great audience. Wow. Couldn't have planned this better. Wow. Okay. Let's get on this roof first. What roofs do is they put me in enfilade position against the enemy. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. Dude, redeem me once we've gotten a good moon shot, because, like, currently with the way it's working out. I mean, these guys, the bodies stacked up, limbs stacked up, no bueno. Okay, this guy's going to the moon. He's going to the moon. Very extreme opposites on that composition. It actually would make well for a poster. Okay, watch these guys, dude. Ayo! That guy's alright. Where's the other one, dude? He's not gonna work here anymore. Oh, I heard somebody fall down. Somebody fell really close to my position. Was it this guy? Yeah, whatever. Oh, I got a crit. I got a crit banked. I mean, we're here for the Mothman totems, not for the... There's one person and this other person's just way gone. That guy went way out there. Are you threatening me? Here we go, moon. Moon. Didn't quite get the launch that we wanted. Look at that pose, though. That would have been a great little pose. I also saw him disappear. I'm going to count that as a home run. Are you threatening me? Dude, here's what we want. Gray tortoise, full view of the gray tortoise logo. Something like that. Gray tortoise, famous cigarettes, body just above there. Although you can't really read the totem at that angle of view, can you? It's just like, it's kind of all about the abandoned hope. Okay, let these guys kind of clump together. We'll let them clump if they will. Will you clump? You want to clump? You like clumping? No, they don't. They're gonna spread. Some motherfuckers always trying to spread uphill. Oh shit. This guy's gonna fall really close to my frame. Let's get it. Let's grab it. Ah, I actually should have turned this way and got a shot there. You doofus. Let not your mind restrict what is. Oops. Ooh, that was lame because I didn't get a second shot off to fly him. Alright, we'll fly the corpse anyway, dude. We'll fly the corpse on our terms. Let not your brain... yeah, I forget the quote that I was trying to go for. It doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter anymore. We've moved on. We've advanced. We've progressed. We've shifted our focus beyond that point. Hey-oh! Oh. We got abandoned hope. We got abandoned hope. We got abandoned hope. No, we don't. Okay. I'm gonna take it just for posterity. Oh, don't you dare. Alright, we'll try to get one of these close-ups again like we trying to get last time. Fudge. Ah. Stick, something like that. Ooh. Nope. Bah. Bah. Eesh. What are we in? Danger, caution, caution. Okay. A little bit of a pinball there up against the wall. We didn't check, by the way. I forgot to check if there was a Mothman here. You doofus. Where'd that body go? Lost track of that one. Here we go. Long range. Delayed explosion shot. Delayed explosion shot. Ah! Ah! He fell well beyond the Point Pleasant Bridge, which, as you all know, is the point of no return. Move on. Oh, 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 oh! Oh, you swung at me, but you missed. 'Cause you're using a hatchet, you fool. Don't you know who I am? Okay. Bait it all hope shot. Nope. Maybe? Maybe. Watch this. Oh! They fell just a little bit too far on the left. I'll get another one. Fuck it. Where are you at? Where's this person? I swear there are two of you. Two of you threatening me. I don't like it. Okay, they gotta be like over here. They're either in over here or in the church. Grab this loot. Strengthen radar armor. Maybe one of my alts need it. Okay. Okay. Knock, knock. Ah! Oh shit. Okay, this is a good trajectory for the moon, dude. Don't fuck this up, bro. I think it was too much of an arc. Look at the moon, though. Fall into my frame. Right into the moon. Why not? Just do it. Do it. You like it. You love it. You like it. You like it. You love it. You love it all. Fudge. Ooh. Okay, maybe you want to fly towards the moon. Do you want to be a cosmonaut? Nope. Oh, hey-oh. There you are. Ooh. A little too fast, a little bit too far away from the direction we want him to go. Still gonna grab a shot of it. Ah, terrible. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, keep moving. Don't dwell on the past. Keep her moving. You dwell on the past, you know what you miss? Photos in the present. So we're gonna keep moving and take more photos. Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with the sugar room right now. As much as I need sugar. I just described how I went on a whole rant about verdant season in the forest and how I'd rather be doing that. Gathering snaptail reed to harvest sugar with my knight. But instead, I feel obligated to take good photos. Here we go. Okay, one more person in the church. Let's do this, and then we'll move on. Hey, hi. 2 of them. Two of them? Why not, dude? Come outside, dude. I didn't go up at all. Come on, come outside. Come here. If I was Scorpion, I would launch some kind of a hook, kind of a thrown hook device, you know, into or around this person's sternum to kind of grab them and pull them towards me. This is the come here. Get over here. Oh shit. Straight up. Oh. Where'd they fucking go, dude? Oh shit, they're too close. Oh damn, dude, I saw them going up. That felt perfect. But the arc was a little bit too far overhead. That's fine. Let's move to another location. We're gonna quickly do Hunter's Ridge. Oh, there's somebody else here? Hang on, I'll cancel that. Oh!
What over us in our time of trial?
Oh, it's these dipshits inside the... I'm not gonna leave this copper sitting behind. It's these dipshits inside here.
In the great day of reckoning, the worthy will become one with the divine light.
In his
Let's see if we can get them out. We'll see. There's a few of you, and you've been locked behind closed doors, so I don't blame you for not coming out to play, but... Now it's time to come hang. There you are. I am right here. You can leave your safe place. Oh, he's got a safe space, but you know what? We're gonna take that away. We're gonna confiscate it, take it away. Whoa, okay. What if that person went perfectly towards the moon? Let's just hope that they did. And we'll look at that power line shot, dude. I would absolutely love a power line shot like that. As shitty as those things look, just fall into my frame. Go ahead, fall into my frame. See if I care. I don't care.
Holy Mothman,
Yeah, they're not falling anywhere.
carry out your will.
And we got one more ranting lunatic. You would love... Oh, I actually will take these Mothman eggs. All about intelligence right now, and well, brain bombs are kind of the way to go if you're gonna be getting high intelligence. You're gonna be going Mothman egg food. The high INT. Hello? Hello, McFly. I have no lockpicking skill equipped. Okay, fuck that person, dude. They're gonna be a stickler in there. Let's do Hunter's Ridge. We never do Hunter's Ridge. Yep. If you want it, you can launch it. But you gotta learn to shoot them when they're in front of the moon. Okay, pal. Well, we have somebody jamming on their banjo, but I doubt we'll be able to get a good banjo shot, so let's not even try. Too low to the ground. It's got to be elevated. Tell you what, though, you're gonna put yourself in a position like that. Oh, beer bottle. I think that was a beer bottle in flight. First on the stream. Thank you. Look at all these lines dividing up the frame. Give me a body to shoot. In between there. That's what we could try for, though, is like a good divided frame with the power lines and such. Oh, here we go. Divided frame with the power lines and the body and the I don't know if my timing on that was great. Trying to compose for far too long. I boned it. Let's go straight. Let's do a sunrise. We're never, you know what? We never do sunrises at Clancy Manor. Try to mix things up a bit. Mix it up. Or stir it up. I prefer the term stir it up, as it will adhere to the doctrine set forth by Bob Marley. So I agree. Not gonna do Buried with Honor right now, Governor. Yeah. Ambiguous statements and shit. Heyo, sunrise. There's some beautiful color in the sky. A little bit of blood on the lens. Like, why even take the shot if that's what it's gonna be? Why is the Mothman staring at me? Why didn't it leave? Dude. Let's grab this shot real quick. Okay. New plan. This might be one of those glitch situations that I was talking about, though, where we're going to end up with some really rare... Like that shot. Fucking cool. Mothman cultist defending the Mothman itself. Dude. Did you see it turn away from me? Okay, let's get to the front of the building. We might have a permanent Mothman. Stay there, pal. Oh! Gone. 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 Wow. Maybe it's a proximity. Is that what it is? Is it proximity based? Like, because it, as you all have just seen, he knew, he was looking at me, dude. I'm gonna say it's like a Borg situation where it's like, yeah, you're there, but until you're a threat, they're not gonna recognize you. Holy shit, I wish I could pause the game because I just want to keep shooting through sunrise. We got that, dude. We got like one or cool shots though with him before he bounced. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, Mothman. Okay, where's the sun, by the way? Sun's coming up over here. Do we not have the full sun? It looks like the sun should be like right here. I can see the bright, the highlight spot But the sun will rise probably somewhere around there. Damn, dude, why didn't we get any good shots of that guy? Ah! Bah! Yeah, the sun is definitely the sun sprite. The sprite of the sun corona, the sun circle, the sun rotunda. That is lost right now. It's offset from the actual like lighting graphic, which is fine. Damn, dude, did you see that Mothman looking at me, though? That's so creepy, the way they look at you. Whew. But anyway, it goes to show, it knew I was there, or I could sense I was there. It didn't seem to matter until I got to a certain distance in its proximity, though, and then it flew away. I hate the way they float. Right. Oh. Schnitzel. Oh, dude, wiener schnitzel. Dude, I could go for a good chili dog. I think I've asked this before on the stream. Have I asked this before on the stream? What popular culture character, specifically a video game pop culture character, which character loves chili dogs? There's a video game character. I don't think this is referenced in the game. More hints. This is referenced in the cartoon. Yeah, Sanic. Yeah, it's Sanic. It's definitely Sanic. Yeah, you know this. Did we? I feel like we just talked about it. Have we talked about this before, or do you know that out of because you're just knowledgeable? They only have burgers and shakes. Yeah, total appropriation of that iconic name. Was there ever a time it's internet lore? Chili dogs, dude. I do like it. I find it a very interesting character quirk when enemies, when characters love just a specific type of food. I've definitely noted it in. Look at this beautiful cloud structure, though. This is gonna be a good shot. I definitely noted it in a few. Bring him back into the frame. Where'd he go? There he is. Widen out. Grab the shot. That's not a bad one. Tried to put him in that little void in the clouds where he'd be silhouetted against the blue, but we'll see. It's so weird, especially because Sonic's whole deal is saving animals. Yes. Yes. Right? Like, hey, you know what? He doesn't say that they're not vegan chili dogs, okay? So for all we know, the guy's eating, he's eating a perfectly viable vegan treat, you know? Oh god, dude. Secondary character within my knowledge base who loves hot dogs, not chili dogs specifically, but hot dogs generally. Zell Dinch from... Oh, here we got a close-up opportunity. Oh! See, you see how the hot spot from the sun is offset from the sprite itself? interesting. Like, there's where the sun should be. There's where it is. That's fine. It actually can make for some interesting opportunities. Phil Kessel. Zell from Final Fantasy VIII. Zell Dinch. There you are, pal. Zell Dinch from FF8 loves his hot dogs. Specifically his Ball Lamb Garden hot dogs. Oh, hey. Don't shoot at me. I want you to launch towards the sun, though. Left leg. Good call. Oh. I feel like he definitely went across the sun, but I missed it. We can get him against this cloud structure, though, right here, I think. There he is. Ah! Oh! Oh! Camera jam. If I had been... Hey, dude, I could have gotten a sun shot there, and then he might as well have been walking on the sun. Garden hot dog? Vegan? Dude, Ball and Garden? Maybe they are vegan. It's possible. Anyway, while I was playing FF8, tell you this, I ate a lot of hot dogs because of that man's affinity for hot dogs. I was like, why does he like hot dogs? What's so great about hot dogs? And then I got pretty into hot dogs because I was like, okay, those are pretty good. Whether they're, dude, vegan hot dogs are very good as well. I want to say it's more about your understanding of condiment structure. You know what I mean? Good condiment structure and a good bun? And a good bun, hun? You're talking great hot dog, whether it's vegan or not. You know what I mean? Like, look at this guy, by the way. Put him in the void of the clouds. Not a good pose, but that's fine. Definitely not as good as a good hot dog. Tell you what, man. Hey-oh! Maggots. See, what I do, what I've learned from popular culture is that if you hit somebody, it stops them from doing something you don't like. Or it will make them do something you do like. Because Will Smith taught me that. Oh! Okay, that was a little bit too close to be a full silhouette against the sun, but that was a silhouette against the sun. And I'm proud of that. I mean, this is how we do. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Okay, that guy's high enough. That guy's high enough. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do it. Back up. Ah! And that's our camera roll. This is how we do. This is how we do. Implications. So did your dad hit you when you said something you didn't like? He didn't like, or he just hits people when you, whenever they say something you don't like, or what is it the doing? What is it that you are doing in this situation? Wow, this is how we do. Get shots of people flying through the air. Whoa, delete. I don't think so. Not before I've talked about it for a good long time, pal. If there were no, dude, if those trees weren't just busted into my frame there on the bottom right side, like, I don't mind the bottom left corner. I don't mind that patch as much because there's enough of it in the frame that it becomes a visual element. The trees along the right side of that cluster, that little peak on the mid left side, all along the bottom to the right, total trash, total garbage. What I should have done is actually tilted down either tilted down to include more of those trees to create an element of the tree line at the bottom of the frame, or I should have tilted up to exclude them completely, although in that case it would have limited the amount of branch in the frame in that large patch on the left. So it was a bit of an awkward situation to compose, but you know, we did our best. It was in the moment. Otherwise though, I do like it. Actually, it feels great that the body itself, the sun is situated basically in the center of the dense part of the body, and that creates a good balance with the hot spot itself. It's perfect. And I do love the way that arm, this body, what would be its left arm, I like the way that is hanging, and it's like kind of fitting the contour of the right side, camera right side of the sun. That feels cool. Damn, that's a bummer with those branches. What I should have done is zoomed in. If I was zoomed in to our second stage of the zoom, that could have been great, but I fucked it up. That's the challenge here. I love the challenge, dude. I love the challenge. There's our body in the void of the clouds. When this kind of thing happens, I am trying to compose the body in that break in the clouds, because it acts as a sort of funnel to your visual attention, funneling you or directing your attention to that point when it's surrounded by the clouds, in the void in the clouds. But the position isn't great. I would have put it more towards the center of the break between those two clouds. And the pose is total crap. Who knows what is that thing? Who fucking knows what that is? You can't see limbs, you can't see head, you can't see nothing. It's gone. What I would have done here, I actually wouldn't have minded this close-up if the body was further up in the frame. Right now it's bleeding into what is a terrible tree branch structure. Obviously, absolutely terrible. But that would have been forgiven had the body been a little bit higher in the frame. I probably could have tilted down just a tiny bit. Not much going on in the top 15% of the frame, so we could have tilted down to include a little bit more of that horizon line. And if we had shot it a split few milliseconds sooner, we would have gotten that body fully silhouetted against that bright hot spot in the sky. But we didn't. Fell a little bit too close to the horizon. We did not tilt down enough. Deleted. I like this shot. I like that the body is composed perfectly in that small void in the clouds, that small break, almost like a little hole, just waiting for the body to fall into. Love that. Although it might have felt even more well balanced had the body fallen in the top, opposite its spot, but at the top portion of the frame, in that void, in the blue portion of the clouds. That might have felt even better. But it's still not bad. I'll keep that one for now. It's not bad. We got this super rare shot. I was hoping to get a couple of these enemies running across. I also wish across the frame, the guy that's standing on the rock kind of towards the center left side of the frame, that guy's okay. The two on the bottom left corner of the frame, they're stacked up. They're not posed that great. That's not true. Their poses would be fine had they been separated a little bit. But they're getting eaten up by the grass on the bottom of the frame. Those two bodies, had they been cascaded across that negative space in that rock structure on the bottom third of the frame, that would have filled it out amazing. But here, it's just not that great. I'm going to save this one for now because I definitely want to double back up by recording this due to that very rare Mothman sighting. Very rare. There he is again. Look at him. He's staring right at me, dude. It's looking at me, Ray. Oh, I was struggling with the composition on these ones, though. I was like, what do I like? What do I like here? The building. Try to compose some of the building. Here, I should have been backed up a good 100 feet and zoomed in, tilted up quite a bit. I fucked it all up, dude. Oh, such a rare sighting. I'm going to save it for now, though. See, I feel like I like this one better. Although, look, the tree's growing right out of the Mothman's left shoulder. Yeah, this is how we learn. This is how we do. This is how we learn. Yeah, learn from our mistakes. We are. It's like you have to be trained because so much of this stuff happens so quickly. It really takes a repetitious training of these visual scenarios to be able to make those snap quick decisions while we're shooting. And I'd like to think that my experience thus far emphasizes my abilities, but at the same time I'm always disappointed, so I know I can do better. Anyway, we're gonna save those Mothman shots. Oh, this shot would have been fine. I guess it kind of looks like they're hanging on that wire. The power line itself became a little low resolution. I think I would have liked the body silhouetted between those lines a little more. Although I do like that shot. It's okay. I'll save that for now. I would have loved a little bit more of a rotation to the body so that the head was visible. That's fine. That's fine. We'll keep it for now. This shot's total crap. Where's the body? Is there even a body in there? Any body? No. Not seeing anything. Nope. That's straight deletion. This one's crap. I see the body, but it's just totally bleeding into the tree. That looks gross. No. I swear we had a body in this shot, but I cannot find it. I can't. No. Let's just delete it. Nothing special. Gone. Bloody lens, mediocre, gone. This is okay. We'll keep that for now, although the pose is meh. The pose on that body. It feels well balanced overall, I would say, but I could tilt it up a little bit more. Pan, yeah, we should tilt it up a little bit more. Body could have been posed a little bit more legible. Deleted. Just delete that. Fuck it. Here, I think I mentioned... Wait, gotta move my picture. I think I mentioned here how I was very... this is a very strained composition with both interesting elements pulled to the extremes of the top left and the bottom right corner. I would like to... I would pause it. I would pulse it, as I like to say. That it does create a good balance in the frame, but it also lacks something. And here it's like there would be, in my opinion, this is ripe for some text-based poster situation. Strain makes for dramatic story. Yeah, like if there was there could be like a big quote here going on, and I know you can't see my cursor. Sometimes I grab my cursor on my computer and I try to emphasize spaces in the frame, and you can't see my cursor, so it doesn't matter. I'm sure there's a way to get it to overlay. That's what we should work on. I'll work on that. But anyway, like the full center portion of the frame, I mean, this could have like a Star Wars type cascade of exposition going on in the full center of the frame, with at least some interesting bookmarks on either side of that exposition. Don't forget about your parachute. Yeah, don't forget, dude. Don't forget your parachute. That works really well with any of the Abandoned Hope pictures, I want to say, which we didn't. I feel like we didn't really achieve any of those tonight, but either way, yeah, extreme partitioning of the compositional elements in the frame. It's okay. I'll keep it for now. Is this the same body? This looks like either the same body or the same spot, definitely. And it's the same old song and dance. I want to say this first one is a little bit less so of an extreme. I'll keep both. And there's our leaf. Dude, look at that leaf, dude. That's a leaf in silhouette. Only bummer. That pose is great. I wish I would have zoomed in just one more step. Because that leaf in the frame, dude, we don't get those. You don't just get a leaf in your frame willy-nilly, fix it in post. Yeah, we could. We could definitely crop a good portion of the bottom side of the frame and the top side of the frame here. Although in that case, I would have loved the leaf to have been composed perfectly in the brightest area of the cloud, just above where the leaf is situated now. Had it moved up just an inch or two, it would have been more well silhouetted in that lighter tone. But then in that case, we could have zoomed in again, one more step. A lot of extraneous information around the periphery of this image that I don't like. But I'll save this for now. It's going to be deleted at the beginning of the next stream, though. I'll tell you that. I love that I just put my picture back up in the top left. Then we got to move it back to the top bottom right. Or bottom left here, because it's blocking the moon. Again, very strained composition. Moon on the top left, body on bottom right-ish corner. Grossness popping through on the bottom mid-left and the right side. I don't mind those. Actually, I don't mind those red branches, the red leaves on the right side of the frame. Those look okay. Those look fine. But the one on the bottom looked terrible, unbalanced, undesirable, bloody lens. Goodbye. This shot's okay. It's okay. I'll keep it for now. This shot's kind of crap. The moon looks okay. The clouds look okay. Stars are everything's Everything's kind of Bye. And we got our windmill shot. Here's the benefit. Here's the good thing about this this picture. We took note of that windmill element, that windmill visual element. We knew that was a visual element that we wanted to include. We did that before we even started shooting. This is a good reason that I would always emphasize scouting a location or doing a preview of what you're going to shoot at the time, because you can note these visual elements. In this case, we took note of this windmill element, and then we composed around it. We knew that's where we wanted the action to be, so we kind of tried to place the action around it. I don't think we did the best job in this case. There is a beautiful hanging body that's getting eaten up by a little bit of that structure. And I would have put that, I would have positioned my character to the right to silhouette that body between all of those elements. That would have made it a little bit stronger. Also, the windmill itself is composed directly on top of the Blair Mountain excavating machine, which itself should be an element that we include in the frame to add to the compositional strength. So had I been, what I would have loved to have done was move very far to camera right, gotten the Mount Blair excavator separated from the windmill element itself, as well as separating that little hanging body to be a little bit more broken up from the structure itself, and then had the flying body along that right side of the frame where there's really not much going on to balance out all the elements. We didn't do that here. But again, it's good that we've taken note of our visual elements that we want to include in the frame and that we want to emphasize. I'll give ourselves a point for that, but we lose a lot of points with composing the other elements in the frame around that key point. We kind of fucked it up. Fucking up is the key of the night, the key term. But this one, I wouldn't save this one. I would not save this one at all. It doesn't feel the worst. The balance-wise, it's not the worst. Probably would have tilted down a little bit. Maybe pan to the left a little bit too, but no. Either way, it's just no good all around. And then we got this shot that we were really going for, the Slocum Joe, with the car detonating, going into critical mode and giving us that beautiful mushroom cloud, which again, we didn't shoot perfectly. I think we can get this better next time. Don't forget the possum. Yeah, the possum's in there. I ain't playing possum on this one. It's in there and it works, you know. I do wish it was like perfect. Like if that was, I mean, you remember that settler guy that was just walking around there. If he had been the one flying in the frame, you would have been able to read it as a body. As it is, it's like no one knows what the fuck that is. Legibility, my friends, very important. Legibility, discernibility, understandability, very important. Man, we were so close to a lot of really good shots tonight. But which one would I say? God, I wish all these three characters, if all three of those NPCs in this shot. Oh wait, let me move my character. I'm blocking those three guys on the bottom left. If all three of those NPCs were all standing along the edge of that brightly lit stone structure along the bottom left third of the frame, or even if those guys that were running were just kind of along the right side of the frame, this could have been really magical. But they all get just a little lost in some of that. So anyway, what's our Pro Snap pick of the day? Pro Snap pick of the stream. I don't know. I'm going to say it's this one, though. I do like this shot. Again, the only thing I would have wished for, zoomed in just like 10%, so that we were cropping the edges, the right and left side of that building. I wanted the full frame to have that included, so that the whole building was bleeding out through the right and left side of the frame. I wanted that. I didn't note it because I was really focused on the Mothman position in the frame and those NPCs. I was way too focused on that. So if I'd zoomed in a little bit, tilted up, a pretty significant amount, assuming that those two guys were not on the bottom left corner of the frame and were at the height of the NPC that's standing on that rock, which has a beautiful shadow. The shadow of that NPC is cast along that rock very nicely. So all of those characters, had they been running along that ridge, also would have had beautiful shadows cast along those rocks. And then that would have been a great shot. That would have been an amazing shot. Zoomed in about 10 to 15%, tilted up a little bit, and then those two guys. So basically, you want a completely different picture, Paul. Well, yeah. I mean, it's relatively small tweaks. But yes, I mean, there's always something. If you're not going to... Dude, if you can't tweak your own photos, I don't know what the fuck you're going to do, you know? You got to be able to tweak. So anyway, I'll call this the Pro Snap pick of the day. Pro Snap pick of the session with concessions as to what we would change. But other than that, very rare Mothman sighting. And also very rare, this would come in second, again, only because of the rarity of the sighting. And the only thing I would have done differently here is I would have moved far to camera right to separate the Mothman from that tree that is growing out of its left shoulder in this particular frame. Damn. Don't forget the possum. You said that a while ago, and we talked about it. So yeah, that's the shot. That's the shot of the night. Although getting a leaf in the frame, that's pretty rare too. But yeah. Pro Snap pick of the night. Very good. Load bearing. Oh no, I missed load bearing. Dude, I could have done load bearing while we were shooting this shit. How long ago was that? Well, that was like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, it would have been perfect. I fucked that up. Whatever. I think that's it. I think that is all. Very good stuff. Oof. Wow. It actually feels really weird to take off your headphones. After you've been isolated, after your ears have been isolated for that long, you like take off your headphones and there's like this more three-dimensional feeling to the sound coming into your eardrums. It's nice. Anyway, hope that was fun. I hope it was entertaining, informative, interesting. I just hope you enjoyed yourselves while you were hanging out here and watching some photography go down. We got a couple good shots, you know, nothing. I wouldn't say anything we got. Nothing tonight was like a good monumental image, but we got some good stuff regardless. It wasn't the worst night I've ever had. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching that go down. And it was no joke. We were not joking, you know. It wasn't an April Fool's joke. But I should have planned something for like April Fool's. Something a little bit better. I didn't plan anything. I don't like fooling around, man. I'm a very if there's one thing anybody could say about me is like I take myself very seriously. I take life very seriously. Okay? And I don't joke around. I don't mess around. You know, so the idea of like a practical joke on April Fool's Day on my stream right here, I don't think so. Because it's too serious. We're way too serious about everything we do. Anyway, I hope you didn't get fooled too bad by anybody else, because I ain't gonna fool you. I'm gonna treat you. I ain't gonna trick you. I'm gonna treat you. And yeah, I hope you had fun. I hope it was entertaining and fun. You know, that's all. We'll be back next week. Always or most likely for Thursdays in Zelda and Photography Friday in Fallout for now, but I have nothing else planned other than that. But maybe we'll surprise with some. Maybe we'll do April Fool's surprise in a good way, something new, or something different, or at least something not ordinary or rare-ish at the beginning of the week. But I'm not going to make any promises. Either way, I really appreciate y'all hanging out. It means a lot to me for everybody being here. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your night. Be safe, okay? Enjoy yourself, but be safe. And I'll be back next week. And that's all I got. Love yourself, love others, love life. Don't lose your dinosaur. Don't lose your photography mindset. I'll tell you that. And yeah, Dude in the Darkroom signing off. Thank you all. Appreciate you all. I love you all. I wish you all the best. And yeah. Peace. I'll start ranting about random shit as we're on the outro, because that's what we do. El Tacos Chico, dude. El Tacos Chico. That's the sign off. El Tacos, or I think it's El Taco. El Taco Chico, bro. So good. Just Google search El Taco Chico. If you live in Southern California, you gotta go to El Taco Chico. I'm not associated with these people. I just absolutely love that food. That's all I can say. The first thing I can say. Make it so. It's all right. I'll take all of y'all there, my friends. All right. Peace. Enjoy your evening. Y'all deserve to enjoy your evening and relax. So please do so. I love you guys. Peace. Yeah, dude, Paxmore, when you're in town, I'm making you go to Tacos Chico with me. Because if there's one person whose opinion I appreciate, I mean, it's, in all honesty, it's Annie Livingston, but El Tacos Chico, I want your opinion. That's all. Tacos Chico. All right, I love you guys. Peace.